You know, in our digital world, it feels like misinformation can spread farther and faster than ever before. But what if the very same technology that's creating some of these problems could also be our best line of defense? Today, we're diving into AI's high-stakes role right on the front lines in the battle for truth. So let's just get right to it. The big question we're tackling today is this: can a machine, a piece of code, actually tell the difference between what's real and what's fake? It sounds simple, right? But the answer is, well, it's incredibly complex, and it really gets to the heart of how much we trust technology with the information we see every single day.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to look at AI as both a friend and a foe in this fight. Then we'll see exactly how it tackles fakes. We'll also cover why it's an imperfect guardian, what the future of truth might look like, and finally, what your role is in all of this.
First up, the digital battlefield. Because this is the core of the issue. The same AI that can generate incredibly convincing fakes is also our #1 weapon against them. It's this constant tug of war, a real technological arms race. And this arms race is all about speed and strategy. See, misinformation goes viral because it's fast, it's simple, and it hits you emotionally. But AI detection fights back with its own incredible speed and scale, countering all that emotion with cold, hard, evidence-based analysis. So as the fakes become AI-generated, our defenses just have to be AI-powered. There's no other way to keep up. Okay, so how does this all actually work in practice? Let's take a look at the arsenal of tools that AI is using right now. The best way to think of it is as a digital detective, one that's equipped with a pretty amazing set of skills for sniffing out clues that you or I would almost certainly miss. The whole process basically boils down to 3 key steps. First, the AI scans through tons of text and isolates a specific factual claim. It's smart enough to ignore opinions or fuzzy predictions. Next, it retrieves evidence, instantly cross-checking that claim against massive databases and all the fact checks that have been done before. And finally, it assesses the stance. Does the evidence actually back up the claim, or does it totally contradict it? So what kinds of clues is this AI detective actually hunting for? While in text, it's looking for those linguistic red flags, tons of exaggeration or super emotional language. In videos, it's spotting things our eyes might just glance over, like someone blinking in an unnatural way, or the lighting in a room just feeling off. It can even do a reverse image search in a split second, showing that a photo from breaking news is actually from a completely different event that happened 5 years ago. And this stuff has a real-world impact. I mean, check this out. An AI tool noticed that multiple politicians kept repeating the exact same misleading statistic. It spotted the pattern and flagged it, which let human fact-checkers jump in and correct the record before that bogus claim could just become accepted as truth. That right there is the power of AI's scale and speed. And we're not just talking about one tool. It's like a whole digital forensics lab out there. You've got specialists like Sensity AI, which can dig down to the pixel level to spot deepfakes. Then you have credibility checkers like the Factual, which basically gives news sources a credit score based on their history and evidence. These are the engines working behind the scenes, 24/7. But, and this is a big but, AI is not a magic bullet. For every step forward we make in detection, the other side launches a counterattack. So now we've got to look at the other side of the coin, the very real challenges and risks that make AI a pretty imperfect guardian. And here it is, the central paradox of this whole fight. The same kind of AI technology that's used to create a scarily realistic deepfake is basically the sibling of the AI that learns how to detect it. It means every single time we build a better lock, we're also accidentally teaching the burglars how to build a better lockpick.
The scale we're operating at here is just mind-boggling. Get this, in just one single month during the pandemic, AI put warning labels on 50 million pieces of content related to COVID on Facebook alone. 50 million.
So, did it even work? Yeah, absolutely. When a user saw one of those warning labels, 95% of them stopped and chose not to click through to see the content. The AI acted like a massive circuit breaker, stopping viral lies in their tracks. But all that power comes with some huge risks. For instance, if you train an AI on biased data, you're going to get a biased referee. Simple as that. Transparency is another headache. A lot of these AI models are black boxes, so when they flag something, we often have no idea why. And that, of course, leads to real fears about censorship. Plus, if the AI gets it wrong, who's responsible? And on top of all that, AI is just terrible with nuance. It can't tell the difference between satire and actual slander, which, as you know, is a massive problem online.
So on the one hand, the experts are pretty clear. AI has become an absolutely essential ally.
There's just no denying it. It gives human fact-checkers the kind of speed and reach that was pure science fiction just a few years ago.
But then, on the other hand, there's this really important word of caution. The goal isn't for AI to replace human judgment, but to complement it. It's a tool to make experts better and faster, not to be some autonomous judge of what's true. And that distinction, that is everything.
So, with all that in mind, what's next? Where do we go from here? Well, let's look to the future, because researchers are already building the next generation of tools for this ongoing battle. One of the key strategies is something called C2PA. And it's a clever idea. Instead of just trying to spot fakes after they're already out there, this standard aims to authenticate media right when it's created. It basically puts a cryptographic signature on a photo or a video, creating a secure, built-in record of where it came from and exactly how it's been edited. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a nutrition label for your media. You'd be able to look at any image or video and instantly see the ingredients, who made it, when they made it, what tools they used. And if a piece of content is missing that label, that's an immediate red flag that it might not be the real deal. And this is where it starts to feel like we're living in the future. Imagine you're watching a live political debate. Seconds after a politician makes a claim, an AI fact-checks it against reliable data, and a little notification pops up on your screen, true or false. This was actually tested during debates in Denmark, and the AI was so fast it caught mistakes that the human experts missed entirely. Wild. All of this brings us to our final and maybe the most important section. With all this powerful technology at our fingertips, what's our role? Well, in this operation, we are the human commanders. So, here's the bottom line. AI is an incredibly powerful ally, but it's not the judge, jury, and executioner. It can bring us the evidence at lightning speed. But that final call, the one that requires understanding context, irony, and human intent, that still rests with us. The most effective strategy is always going to be the human in the loop. The machine is a tool, not the final word on truth. And so we end up right back where we started. AI is this amazing paradox. It's both the poison that's creating scary new forms of deception and, at the same time, the most powerful antidote we have to fight them. So the real question we're all left with is, knowing its incredible power, but also its serious flaws, are we ready to trust it?